Greetings everyone, and welcome once again to Goth Tarot, the first one in November for this year, or the new year, as some of us see it. And Goth Tarot is the short collective look into darkness and shadow issues, philosophies, feelings, etc. in our lives. So to do this, we work with several decks of more darker themed symbolic tarot use. And those are the Crow's Magic Tarot, the Gothic Tarot, and the Night Sun Tarot. So last month for October, I was pulling an additional card on each of my segments, which was taken from an additional dark themed tarot. If you're interested in any of that, you can check it out. But we're going to start our reading now. The first card represents the dark gift, the insights, intuitions, or things that you just know that give you some sort of sense of operation in the world. The dark gift, the Five of Swords, upright, often I feel this card represents the idea that no one really wins, whether upright or reversed. It seems to indicate a struggle that results in no holds barred kind of conflict situations. So applied to the idea of the dark gift, the insight, it is that realization perhaps that a lot of what you struggle for only meets with bitter victories, things that maybe you realize should not have been won, or things that have come at a greater cost to you. So we move from the Crow's Magic Tarot to the Gothic Tarot. We're pulling two cards for that to represent the dark struggles that you face this week. The dark struggles. The Lovers reversed. The Five of Pentacles reversed. All of the fives of any of these suits can be disconcerting. Fives generally represent energies that are mostly external and that you may be able to control, but really represent wild cards to one degree or another. It's a spectrum, I suppose. So your dark struggles. You're overwhelmed by vice or by choices that represent more what you might feel are your shallower tendencies. Maybe somebody in your society indicates that. You can't explain to them, though, that these feelings, this being drawn to maybe a more material part of that spectrum there, represents a turn towards your own salvation. That maybe in the kind of things that others wouldn't, you find epiphanies, you find revelations, you find peace, and you find acceptance. It's very easy to apply this to people who are involved in sensual or sexual situations. I sort of feel that could be true. But that's a struggle for you to be able to rationalize or explain that, perhaps, to some who might be on that periphery of where those choices are being made. So now we're going to move on to the Night Sun Tarot. For the final 3 cards of the regular reading, I'm going to ask for Mr. Spider to move away. Card 4. What is the dark truth? A reality you must accept, and that has potentials one way or the other. It's the reversed 9 of Pentacles. The dark truth is you can't go it alone. The dark truth is that what you found to give you strength or to be part of your allies or foundation may be growing a bitter fruit. Remember, I talked about bitterness and no one winning. Maybe this situation that you're involved in will pull you out of your security, will pull you out of your realm where you maybe have felt you're able to be detached from the situation, but that will no longer be. The reality is you will have to get pretty involved in it in order to make any kind of change for the better, for yourself or for others. So then what is the dark sacrifice? What is that sacrifice, that thing you must bear? A truth is maybe going to come out. Maybe you will have to reveal some truth Maybe you will have to move into a different phase because of that truth. You may have to move forward with that revelation of that truth. You may have to accept judgments that come to you from this knowledge being revealed that perhaps you did not want to, but it is the dark sacrifice. It is that thing that you must bear, you must give up, or else you may not be able to proceed or evolve from there. So now finally, what will cause a dark redemption for you? What will be that dark redemption? And it's Major Arcana 20 reversed. It's Judgment reversed. The dark redemption speaks. This card, the dark redemption, speaks to what you realize and what you realize you should have learned from all of this. And so perhaps the Judgment card reversed suggests you did not take certain spiritual lessons, or you did not embrace spirituality at a truthful level, that maybe you didn't do the deepest amount of work that you could have or should have done in order to have more meaningful interaction with your own spiritual lessons and guidance. It could be suggesting that you've been deceiving yourself or perhaps others. But within every kernel of wisdom, especially where this card falls, you can rest assured that you will be offered that opportunity to revisit it again. And so while this is the end and conclusion of the reading for the week, I'm shuffling some cards for a seventh card. And I'm using the deck that I've recently been given by my partner Banshee, the Gothic Tarot of Vampires. And a lot of what this tarot is about is skewed around the concept of the mirror, and how the vampires are a compelling mirror and metaphor for basically all the kinds of things that I've been talking about throughout Goth Tarot. So now I'm going to pull the seventh card, and we are looking at this card to represent what is the dark mirror. What is the real issue beyond all the things I've said? What is the real issue, the real thing that you may have to accept or try to change? The true dark shadow. The Tower. The Dark Mirror. The things you've done that imprison yourself, that you need to understand. The perception of yourself that is narrow-minded, and how it perceives other things as narrow-minded, and how it causes you to not accept yourself. Just remember that Judgment 2 was also indicating this. So that's Goth Tarot for this week. I think I've given us a lot to think about. Until next time. So long.